Bermuda is a beautiful island, a tiny jewel of land surrounded by the vast, deep blue of the Atlantic Ocean. When you look at a map, you see its isolation. But what you cannot see is a critical absence. There are no rivers, no freshwater lakes, and no natural springs bubbling up from the ground. For the thousands of people who live there, and the many more who visit, this poses a fundamental challenge. Where does the drinking water come from? The very ground beneath their feet, a porous limestone cap over an old volcano, offers no help. Any rain that soaks into the earth quickly filters down and mixes with the undrinkable salt water below, making it useless for survival. This problem has existed for centuries. When English settlers first arrived in 1612, following a famous shipwreck, they were confronted with this harsh reality. They tried to build homes just like the ones they knew back in England, with simple wood frames and thatched roofs. These familiar designs, however, were completely unsuited for their new environment. The powerful Atlantic winds, which often escalate into hurricanes, tore these flimsy structures apart with ease. The settlers learned a difficult lesson. To survive on this island, they could not rely on the methods of the old world. They needed to adapt and invent, using the materials the island itself provided. Out of this necessity, a unique and brilliant solution was born. The settlers turned to the one resource they had in abundance, the local limestone. They began quarrying the soft stone and using it to construct their homes, creating sturdy buildings that could withstand the fierce weather. More importantly, they developed an entirely new style of roof. Instead of the steep, smooth surfaces they were used to, they crafted roofs from overlapping limestone slates. This innovation was not just for strength, it was designed with a single, vital purpose in mind: to catch every single precious drop of rain that fell from the sky, transforming each home into its own private water source. This ingenious architectural style became the island's signature and its lifeline. The image of whitewashed, stepped roofs against a bright blue sky is now synonymous with Bermuda. These are not merely decorative features. They are a 400-year-old testament to human resilience and ingenuity. They represent a deep understanding of the local environment and a commitment to living in harmony with its limitations. The story of Bermuda's roofs is the story of how a community, faced with the scarcity of the most essential resource, engineered its own survival and built a unique culture around the simple act of collecting rain. The design of a traditional Bermudian roof is a masterclass in practical engineering, perfectly tailored to its environment. The surface is not smooth but is built in a series of distinct geometric steps. These steps serve a crucial function that goes beyond simple aesthetics. During a heavy downpour, especially the wind-driven rain that falls at an angle during a storm, these steps act like a series of small speed bumps. They interrupt the flow of water, slowing it down dramatically so that it doesn't just rush off the edge and get lost. This deliberate slowing ensures that the maximum amount of rainwater can be captured by the gutter system, rather than overshooting it in a torrent. This step design also provides incredible protection against Bermuda's most feared weather event: hurricanes. A smooth, flat roof can act like an airplane wing in high winds, creating a pressure difference that generates lift and can peel the entire structure right off the house. The step profile of the Bermudian roof disrupts this airflow. The uneven surface breaks up the wind shear, preventing the dangerous lifting force from building up. The heavy, interlocking limestone slates, cemented together on a sturdy frame, create what is often described as a limestone turtle shell, a formidable defense that hunkers down and protects the home and its occupants through the most violent storms. Once the rain is slowed down, it is directed into a carefully integrated collection system. Instead of modern plastic gutters attached to the eaves, the gutters, known as glides, are built directly into the structure of the house's walls, right below the roofline. From these stone channels, the water flows through pipes and down into a massive tank built directly beneath the house. By law, every home must have this underground reservoir. The regulations are strict and specific. For every single square foot of roof area, the homeowner is required to provide 8 gallons of water tank storage space, ensuring each household has a substantial reserve to last through dry periods. This system effectively turns every single home, especially in the more rural parishes without access to any municipal supply, into its own self-sufficient utility company. The roof is the collection plant, the pipes are the distribution network, and the vast underground cistern is the water reserve. This decentralized approach means that responsibility for water rests with each individual family. They are intimately aware of how much water they have, how much they are using, and when the next tank filler rain might be coming. This direct connection to their water supply has profoundly shaped the daily lives and habits of Bermudians for generations. Living under a roof that provides your water instills a deep-seated respect for the resource from a very young age. In Bermuda, water conservation is not a modern green trend. It is a fundamental survival skill woven into the fabric of daily life. Children learn almost as soon as they can walk that water is not an infinite commodity that flows endlessly from a tap. They are taught to take short, efficient military showers, get wet, turn off the water, lather up, and then turn it back on to rinse. Leaving the water running while brushing teeth or washing dishes is seen as incredibly wasteful, a habit that is quickly corrected. This mindset creates a state of resource consciousness that is rare in the modern world. The sound of heavy rain is a cause for celebration, as it means the underground tank is being replenished. These downpours are affectionately known as tank fillers. Conversely, a long stretch of sunny, dry weather can bring a subtle but growing anxiety as families watch their water levels dwindle. They become experts at rationing, adapting their usage based on the weather forecast and the amount of water left in their cistern. This personal responsibility fosters a culture of independence and self-sufficiency that is a great source of local pride. The purity of the collected water is also a major consideration. The roofs are not just functional, they are part of a simple yet effective purification system. By law, all roofs must be painted white, traditionally with a special lime wash. This wash, a mixture of crushed limestone and water, is highly alkaline. When rain falls on the roof, it dissolves small amounts of the lime, raising the pH of the water. This increased alkalinity acts as a natural disinfectant, killing bacteria and other microbes. The brilliant white color also serves another purpose. It reflects the sun's intense UV radiation, which further helps to purify the water while also providing passive cooling for the house, reducing the need for air conditioning. This intimate relationship with water has shaped the Bermudian character. The reliance on the white roofs and the water they provide is seen by many as a symbol of their heritage and their ability to thrive in a challenging environment. While modern pressures like tourism and a growing population have introduced supplementary water sources like desalination plants, many locals view this as a step away from their traditional independence. There is a stubborn pride in the 400-year-old system, a belief in its simple, elegant effectiveness, and a desire to preserve the culture of conservation it created. Today, the world faces a growing water crisis, with many regions experiencing unprecedented droughts and dwindling supplies due to climate change. In this context, Bermuda's centuries-old solution offers a powerful and relevant blueprint for the future. The island system is a model of decentralized resilience. Instead of relying on a single, massive, and vulnerable big pipe infrastructure that can fail catastrophically, Bermuda's network of individual catchment systems is inherently robust and scalable. It is a low-tech, anti-fragile approach that empowers individuals and communities to manage their own resources, reducing the strain on centralized utilities. The modern world has brought new challenges to the island, A boom in tourism that began in the mid-20th century, coupled with the construction of multi-story hotels and apartment buildings, has dramatically increased water demand. A roof's collection area remains the same, but the number of people using the water from it can multiply tenfold. To cope with this strain, Bermuda now supplements its traditional supply with water from reverse osmosis desalination plants. These modern facilities currently provide a significant portion of the island's water, which is often delivered by truck to refill residential tanks that have run dry, a service that would have been unthinkable generations ago. This modernization, while necessary, highlights a crucial lesson. The true strength of the Bermudian system is not just in its architectural design, but in the culture it fosters. When individuals are directly responsible for their own water supply, they do not take it for granted. This direct accountability promotes a powerful and organic culture of conservation that no government awareness campaign could ever hope to replicate. It changes the way people think, transforming resource consumption from an abstract concept into a tangible, daily reality. This shift in mindset is perhaps the most valuable lesson Bermuda can offer a thirsty world. As cities from Cape Town to California grapple with water scarcity, they might look to this small Atlantic island for inspiration. The answer may not lie solely in building bigger dams or more expensive desalination plants, but in re-establishing the connection between people and their resources. By integrating simple, effective water harvesting techniques into our own homes and communities, we can build a more resilient future. The white-roofed houses of Bermuda stand as a shining example that sometimes the most innovative solutions are the ones that have been quietly working for centuries, proving that responsibility and respect for nature are the cornerstones of true sustainability.